Hey, everybody.
How's it going? Sorry we had to reschedule, guys. Both of us had some stuff that came up. So
Really?
we're
I'm
here.
just walking. I'm just walking in.
Oh, really? You just got home?
Just got home.
Oh, so your day was as good as mine. I was like hoping for a nice quiet day and I got nothing done I was supposed to get done. So
Said, not today. Not on this Friday.
that's right. I could go for a drink right now. I didn't even have time to make one. Let's see who we have over here. We have Riza in the house. Hello, hello, hello. And it looks like we have Betty in the house. Hello, Betty. She's eating. I wish I was eating, Betty. What'd you cook me for dinner over there, Betty? We've got Keisha. Hey, Keisha. And we've got the Z show in the house. Hello, Z.
Lovely.
And we are down to the what you got going on this weekend there, Bill?
Nothing. Nothing. Actually working on my computer setup. So I'm going to be doing that. I need to actually have a desk here, but I need to drill a hole into it so I can set a monitor up, a monitor mount, because I have I'm gonna have basically two monitors and my laptop going on at the same time.
That's fun. That's
I
exciting. You're gonna
know, I
have
know.
like a whole command center going on over there.
It's going to be fancy doing my editing and all that good stuff.
No. Um, so it looks like Z is leaving us a little message here. Good night. I'll be watching the Weather Channel and the Fox Weather Channel all weekend long. I saw south of Florida, there's a couple of disturbances going on. I think there was like two or three of them I saw this morning. So anyone on cruises, keep an eye out on the weather down there in the southern Caribbean under Florida, because it looks like the weather systems are starting to pick up.
Right. I don't think they're scheduled to hit the states, but again, if it's out there in the waters, it can
Right.
be rough sailing and all the other good stuff.
Correct.
So,
Warmstrong, I'm getting you back for the Lord that it was. Told you, just tell me. What she mean by that?
I'm getting
Warmstrong?
you back from that Lord, whatever it was. Oh, I shared with her a video.
Oh, okay. Your microphone sounds a lot better today.
Good, good. I cleaned off some of the connections and I didn't, haven't really done anything. Reset the computer again. Um, I don't know what it was. Still to this day.
She's having barbecue chicken wings and roasted veggies. That sounds good.
It does.
I've got to go to Costco tomorrow and we are down to the bottom of the barrel for our wings. We need to get some more. That's the best place to get them. So, cheapest. Got to go there tomorrow. I think Danny's making some white rice and some sausage and I don't know what else. Potatoes, I think. Hey, Dahanis, welcome in.
Hey, Johannes.
Yes, this weekend. Okay, we already saw that. And we are down to the bottom. So, speaking of cruises, Bill, how do you, when you're on a cruise, do you get the Wi Fi?
It depends. I used to get it all the time, but then I started to realize the Wi-Fi really wasn't that good. Um, before when I got Wi-Fi, normally I got it just to keep in touch with the family, grandkids, daughter kids, and all the other good stuff like that. So all I really wanted was to be able to use WhatsApp. So, but now when I go on a cruise ship, normally I don't buy the package for the entire week. What I do is I get it for a couple of days because you like with Carnival, I mostly cruise Carnival. You can buy it for a 24-hour period. So if I buy it about 12 or 1 p.m., well, I'm good till the next day at 12 or 1 p.m. So to me, that's like almost like 2 days. So generally on a 7 day cruise, I might get it 3 days. But it all depends. It all depends. If I'm vlogging a lot and trying to, share things out, I'll get by the entire package.
Oh, I didn't know you could do that.
With Carnival, I don't know about the other cruise lines, but Carnival you can per day. It's more expensive. So like if you got it early, let's say it would be $18 a day. If you got it on the ship for 1 day, it might be $30. And this is the premium tier package.
Well, I think Royal has only gone to one tier, I think.
Okay.
Um, and I'm not sure. I always buy it before we get on
Yep.
the ship because it's usually cheaper. Like sometimes you could get like 20-30% off. But I don't know once you get on the ship how they do it. I know you could do like as the week goes on, you could buy the package. So let's just
Okay.
say I don't have it the first half and I want to get it the second half. I know you could do it that way, but I don't know the prices. But I don't know if you can like pick and choose which days. I think it's like, okay, we're gonna start it this day and you're gonna have it for the rest of the trip. But I did see Carnival. They sent me an email and I logged in and started looking. I think they have 2 or 3 packages, right?
They,
You
they
could
have
do like
like three different tiers. Uh, so there's like a value one. You could probably just check email. Then you have like a social one where maybe you could, download or look at Facebook and your Instagram and things like that. And then they have the last tier where you're supposed to be able to do streaming like the YouTube and all the other good stuff. And if I ever get it, that's the one that I usually get.
I'll probably get that one because the celebration, it looked like it was pretty good for everyone that's been on. I mean, look at Scrow's Nest. This was great. So I'll probably do that because so far it looks reliable on the celebration.
The celebration was that was the best internet I ever had on any cruise ship. I was saying that the other day. I was on in Roatan, Mahogany Bay on the beach. So the ship is, parked here and you walk down the pier and walk over to the beach. I was still able to use the ship's Wi-Fi, which I was shocked
Oh,
by it. And then I actually made a phone call to make sure. I'm like, well, why is it saying I'm still on Wi-Fi? And I made a phone call like home just to see if I could use it. And sure enough, I was able to use it. Now, have they changed it since then? I don't know.
I do know Royal, if you buy the Wi-Fi package, it actually works on their private island. So on Coco Cay, you can
That's
use
nice.
the Wi-Fi on the island, and also their their drink package works on the island as well. So
Yeah, Carnival's not like that.
well, maybe someday, because you did
Maybe
say
my
that they're behind Royal. So someday, once Royal's up to that next level, then Carnival will be up to the private island.
10, I always say 10 to 12 years. And we'll see,
um,
if they go to Starlink, maybe they will have just the one tier. So I haven't been on a ship in Carnival that has Starlink. So maybe they will go one tier with Starlink, but I'm not sure.
well, I think Celebration has Starlink.
Not when I was on it. That was the beginning of last year.
Because you know that
And
list that they came out with a couple weeks ago or months ago. Remember, somebody put a list of what Carnival ships already have Starlink. Celebration was on that list.
yeah, I mean, they might have it now. I don't think they had it when I was on it. Could have been
Oh,
because it was the best internet that I had. But again, the ship was half empty. Um, and if it was Starlink again, I was very impressed with it because I was able to be off the ship and still use the Wi-Fi on the beach.
yeah, that was the good thing about Royal because, like, we were on the private island. And I was on FaceTime showing my mom around the
Exactly.
island, so it was nice. I mean, it was like I was at home. So hopefully then. So I do know though that all of Royal ships are not on the Starlink yet. Like we've been on some that were not like Mariner of the Seas was not reliable. It was in and out. all
Oh,
the
for so
time.
I don't know why I thought all the ships on Royal had Starlink.
They are
Huh.
not all on. They're supposed to be. They're supposed to get there, but they're
Yeah.
not all there yet. And Celebrity and Royal are both supposed to all be on Starlink. And when we were on Ovation of the Seas in Alaska, it was not on Starlink yet in September when we were on there. They weren't on Starlink yet.
Well, that's good to know. And again, I mean, I
Mhm.
got so used to I can't hear you, Sherry.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
Okay. You there, Bill?
Yep. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. For 1 second, I couldn't hear you.
Okay. So, yeah, Ovation of the Seas was not when we went in Alaska, they were not on the Starlink. They were still on the old, so it was kind of in and out. But I mean, again, for Alaska though, it was pretty good reception that I had, but it was in and out a little bit. So, hopefully then Carnival will all get on Starlink too. I know Norwegian, some of their ships, the ones for the bloggers cruise were fine. Whatever that ship was, the Breakaway, they seem to be on
I
Starlink.
think it's Breakaway.
Yeah.
I've
So,
heard mixed reviews about it. Some people said it wasn't as good as they thought it was supposed to be.
Keisha, that ship you were on, the Sunshine, I think you were on. That seemed when you did your live, it seemed to be very good. It wasn't in and out. So maybe that one's on Starlink too. I don't know. But I don't know. I think being able to work at sea for people to be remote out on the ocean, you'd have to really pick and choose and do your research.
Yes.
Because I don't think it is fully reliable to be out at sea on certain ships. So you definitely have to do your research before you commit to working at a meeting or anything like that out at sea.
Well, that's when I did the Trans-Pacific cruise. After we got on the cruise and we started selling, they gave us a notice that they couldn't rely, they couldn't you couldn't depend on the internet past Hawaii, and there were quite a few people that were working remote. They actually had to get off in Hawaii because they couldn't afford to miss work.
Yeah, I
So
just don't think that it is totally like Independence of the Seas when we were on there. I mean, it was speedy. I had a Zoom meeting with my friends, not a meeting, but a Zoom call with my
uh
friends, no problem. So I think you really, before you're gonna book a cruise and you definitely need internet, you're gonna have to do your research. Because again, Carnival, there's certain ships that work and certain ones that don't. Same with Royal. So, hey, Uncle Dave, welcome in.
Uncle Dave and Trish is here.
Yes, Trish the Natural, welcome in. Trish, you want to come up?
Come on up, Trish.
Come on up, Trish. You can do it. Um, Let me know if you want to come up. So yeah, so I would definitely say to do your like, don't commit to anything if you
Yeah.
can't do it. So,
The worst
um,
internet, the worst internet I ever had was on a Carnival ship, and that was the Carnival Spirit, and it was bad. It was December 21, January 22. It had just come back from Australia and had been down for a couple of years where they hadn't had any tours or any sailings, and it came back. It wasn't prepared, so I don't know if they didn't update the system, but it was literally unusable. I couldn't even check email.
so what do they do? Do they refund you your money back for something like that? Because if you pay for it and they're
Yeah,
not providing the service, you would think that you went out there, buddy. You would think that they would have to refund you for that. I mean, they're not giving you.
that was the funny thing is, some people they refunded full, some people are half, and some people I guess who didn't complain didn't get anything back. They refunded me fully, but there were other people that I heard, and this is rumor, that only got half. Which why half I don't know. And then other people when they knew it wasn't working, they didn't just give money back to people that paid for it and didn't complain. They just kept the money, I guess. So, yeah.
Yeah, because Mariner of the Seas, when I wasn't fully, I asked for money back and they gave me a credit.
Yeah.
So I guess you have to complain. They're not just gonna give it to you guys.
That was the only
But
time I ever. That was the only time I ever went to like guest services to make a complaint. Was that internet?
so they do have that Mario guy on Royal. Have you ever watched him? Mario.
I've heard of him. He works
So
remotely on the cruise ship.
yep, he works remotely. So what they do is they set up like a little booth for him out by the pool under like a cabana on Royal Caribbean, and they set him up a little office, and because he actually lives on cruise ships.
Yeah. Oh, and it all depends on what you have to do. If you have to be in a meeting with people, I mean, it probably couldn't be guaranteed. But if all you needed to do was someplace where you could download and upload files and look over things like that, I could see how you could do that.
So Uncle Dave, Trisha's saying she's got to go pick up her mom, but thank you. Thank you so much, Trish, for listening. Uncle Dave says the Glory has Starlink now. Isn't that what you're on for the booze cruise?
It is. I do believe it is.
So you will have Starlink on that. You'll have to test it out and let us know how it is.
I was just looking at the list yesterday. Bruce put out a list of all the creators that he knew of, and it's like 20, 21 creators that would be on that cruise.
Wow. Wow. Yeah, I know. I was looking at it too. I was like, oh, I wish I was on this list.
Oh, you did? Yeah, you did comment.
I mean, I wish I was going, but I'm also happy I'm going on the other cruise too. So I just wish I was able to meet everybody. I wish there was like a big vloggers cruise, but then again, that would be so overwhelming too. Right?
Yeah, I don't think that like that vloggers cruise. I'm kind of glad I didn't go on it because it was just too many people. I think with the 20 people that I saw going on that list, I think you can control that. You can go to a lounge, everybody grabs a table and everybody can talk and sit and chit chat with each other. I think it's a good amount of people.
I didn't see Shanester on the list. So I called her. I was like, I thought you were going on the booze cruise. She said she had to cancel. So she's not going. Because I was like, I don't see your name on the list. So yeah, she's not going to be on there. But I told her we got to get on a cruise together. And then I told her about the Utopia. But she's going to be, I forgot where she's going to be, but she's on another cruise at that time. So we got to figure something else out. Be here. So hey Mustard Drill, thanks for coming in. The squeaky wheel gets oiled. What does that mean?
Squeaky wheel. If you go down to guest services and make noise, you'll get the grease. You'll get your money back.
Okay. Okay. I was like, what does that mean? Sorry, Dave. It's been a long day.
That's an old saying, Uncle Dave.
Bill, after tonight, you will not make it to the booze cruise. Not what you did to me today.
What? You didn't have to look at the video.
Did you go on her live this morning, Bill?
I didn't go on a live. I was up to 6 o'clock in the morning, and her live was like 9:30. So I'm over there. I'm just barely hanging on.
Well, by then, Betty's up like 6 hours by the time her live comes on. The video. Oh, did you send her the video you sent me? Is that what she's talking about?
Yeah, probably so. One of them.
All right, moving on. Canadian Family Life. Welcome in, Canadian Family Life, and congratulations again. She has reached her 4,000 hours, so she is now fully monetized. So yay.
That's what we like to hear.
Let's see. Mustard Drill says Starlink is better than the old ship internet, but it still goes out at decent amount of the time. Are you on Oasis? I thought he's on Oasis. Don't they have? They should have Starlink on Oasis, I would think. I would.
Yeah, well, he's just saying that I'm assuming he's saying that they have it, but it just goes out still. The Starlink still goes
Mm.
out. So what he's on ooh, yeah, is it it probably is Oasis.
He's on Oasis because we had it on Independence, and I don't think I ever lost internet. I think it was fine the whole time, unless it went out when I was sleeping. Um, Bill, I'll be on the Glory September 24th to October 1st. So he's getting on before you, Bill.
Yeah, he'll be able to let me know.
Yeah.
Looking forward to that report, Uncle Dave.
Yeah, you'll have to let us know, Uncle Dave, how that is. Have you been on the Glory yet, Bill? Is this your
I
second time
have.
on the
I've
Glory?
been on it. It's been I think the last time I was on it 2017, 2018 maybe. It's been a little while.
So is that the same class as the Paradise, or is that newer
No,
than the
it's
Paradise?
probably one class above that. And exactly what the name of the class is, I'm not sure, but I thought it's probably one class ahead of that. The Paradise, that's you're talking like the oldest cruise ships there. You have, I think, on the Fantasy class. I think you only have like the Elation and Paradise in that group. Which again, I enjoy both of those ships, even though they are the older ships.
It gives you some taste of old style cruising.
It does.
Sometimes it's nice though. Sometimes it's nice just to go do it and relax and not have all the hoopla with it. You just chill by the pool. And he said yes, so he must be on the Oasis of the Seas.
Right.
I wish I was on Oasis. That was my first like mega ship I went on, and I loved that ship. I would go on that again. That's the originator of the Oasis class.
Yes. And I remember the day I was at work and it came out and I'm looking, I'm like, that's an incredible ship. I'm like, oh my good. I mean, I can't wait to get on that ship. It put all the Carnival ships to shame, but the price was so high. I kept
Mhm.
putting it off, and Carnival, being kind as they are, giving me great prices. Like, we're still going to the same ports. I'll take Carnival, Carnival, Carnival. But I get my first Oasis class ship in April of 24, and then Utopia.
Yay! But I think Utopia is different. Utopia is a mixture from the Quantum and the Oasis, and they kind of put it together.
Oh, really?
Yes, because it has some of the stuff that Quantum has, and it has some of the stuff that Oasis, like it has, for instance, Wonder of the Seas, right? It has the mason jar.
Yes.
Oasis of the Seas, none of that has mason jar, so that's going to be on the Utopia. So I think it's taking stuff from the different ships and combining it on that ship. You see what I'm saying?
Yep. Well, I'm a little bummed out that I'm going on Allure of the Seas, and I guess that's like the only one that hasn't been renovated. So
It
I'm a
was
little,
supposed to be renovated. It was supposed to be renovated during the C word, but then I
yeah.
guess that happened and it didn't, because I started researching it too, because we're on it right after you are.
Okay.
I was looking at it, and you're right. It was not. It was supposed to be renovated, I think, in 2019 or 2020, but it didn't happen. So you'll get the old school of Oasis.
I still think I'm really going to
You're
enjoy it.
gonna love it, though. Yeah, oh yeah. It still has Central Park. It still has all the
Right.
stuff. It's just not modernized. But that's one of my favorite parts of that ship is Central Park. I love Central Park. I love going out there with my coffee in the morning and feeling like I'm in an actual park. It's got the birds chirping. It's got the whole. I love it. And actually, when we're on Allure, I've never had a room in Central Park. We've got a Central Park room.
I was noticed. I think Scott has one because he's in the morning. I see him and it gives a shot of Central Park. So
Mhm.
you know what? I always said I didn't want one, but maybe I would try one. Balcony over at Central Park.
So, Mustard Drill, does when you're in your balcony, can you hear the birds all the way up there, or how does that work? Let me know. So we got Uncle Dave. This will be my third time on the Glory. It's in the same class of the Triumph. That's cool. Third time, so it must be a good ship there, Bill.
Triumph.
Um,
Are we looking at I think they call it the Sunshine class now. It used to be a different class like Destiny or something like that. Then they started changing the name of the ships. Like Triumph, I believe, is the Sunrise now, and the Destiny is the Sunshine, I believe. So I think they changed the name of the classes because of that. I think.
but if he's been on there for the third time, it must be a good ship. I
I,
would
I
go
don't, you
back
know,
if it wasn't a good ship. So if he's been
if
on
the
it
if
three
the
times,
if the price is right, and again, a lot of times, especially like with Carnival, they got as the other ships started getting newer ships, they started dropping prices on these older ships. And for me, I enjoy them. Like the Glory, I'm gonna have a good time because you're gonna be around good people, the functional ship. I don't remember ever hearing any problems with it. Like some of the couple of other ships that they've had, like the Vista and I think Panorama and the Triumph, which is now the Sunrise. You've heard of problems, but uh, I think it's gonna be a good time, and I think it's gonna be Halloween. He's gonna be on there. Uncle Dave's gonna be on there for 1st of October. Usually, the entire month of October, they have it decorated for Halloween.
Halloween.
So he might catch like the last day of it. Might them installing the decorations, which would be nice.
They put a list out the other day, I think, of when each ship is supposed to start being decorated for
Oh,
Halloween.
nice.
hmm Um, so Mustard Drill says I'll be getting off Wonder of the Sea. Oh, wait a minute, hold on, back up, back to that. Bill, you also get to go down the river.
The
You
Mississippi.
done that before?
Never
You
been
done that?
out. Nope, never been out of there. That's
That's
one of the
why
ones.
I would want to go out of New Orleans. I think that'd be cool to go down. I think that'd be awesome.
I was
What
going
are
to
you
get
on?
dinner. I was going to get dinner like 5 or 6 o'clock in the afternoon at the steakhouse, but I decided not to because I want to be outside and going down the Mississippi and watching it. I know it's going to be getting dark and everything, but I just want to be and just taking some of that ambiance going down the Mississippi.
Yeah, I think that'd be cool. That's one reason why I want to go out of New Orleans, just to try that. So, I'll be getting off Wonder of the Seas the same day as the booze cruise starts in NOLA, and I'll be getting off the celebration the same day. So, What are you? Mustard Drill, are you getting on another cruise after Wonder of the Seas? I have a
If I
Central Park room. Oh, what, Bill?
No, I must do. I think he was trying to get on a booze cruise, but there was no way for him to get a flight in time to get to New Orleans.
Yeah, that's about a 12-hour drive, probably. A long drive. I'll have a Central Park room on Oasis. Oh, I have a Central Park room on it, and I'm loving it. Oh, do you get to
Nice.
hear the jazz music out there too from your balcony? Because there's a jazz bar out there now, right? And then they moved the jazz out to Central Park.
I heard they have jazz in Central Park, but I don't know if it's a bar or just a little setup for a band, or I don't know. I'm that's what I'm hoping because I'm mad they took out the jazz club to put in a non-smoking casino.
So then I could sit on my balcony and listen to some jazz music.
Exactly.
He can hear the birds. That's cool. Then I don't even need to go out to. I could just have my coffee right on my balcony and hear the birds. I don't need to go anywhere. Hey, Shantirement, welcome in. Welcome in. Well, I live 25 miles from the port of New Orleans, so it's a convenience thing.
There you go.
That's like me with Tampa. Like just a convenience thing. I don't really prefer ships out of Tampa, but it's quick and it's easy.
That's a shame that you can't get newer ships there because of the bridge.
I know. There's a celebrity ship going out of here too that I wanted to try, but I'm going to try the fancy one out of, not fancy, but I'm going to try the big one out of Miami first. Then I'll compare it to this one. Yes, jazz and acoustic guitar too. Oh, so you could hear it.
I would love that.
So is it Mustard Drill? Do they play in the park, or is it like a bar that you have to walk into that's just open and you can hear the music outside? Like what did they? We need to know what they did because they closed the jazz bar that was inside and made it a casino and moved it all to Central Park. But they never said if they opened like a venue where you go in or if they play outside. So that'd be cool to know. He said it's been so nice. I'm so jealous. Very jealous. I wish I was on that crew. I love Oasis. But he went out of New Jersey though, didn't he? Or did he
I
go
don't
out
know.
of because they were out of
No,
Miami. But
I want to say he did someplace from Florida because he was trying to catch a flight from Florida to New Orleans to get on the booze cruise. No, I'm sorry. Not
that's
this
for
not this
Wonder.
trip. That's Wonder. I don't know about this one.
Because I know around this time of the year, Oasis repositions and goes up to what is it called? Bone? What's it called? Up there in Jersey?
Never been on it.
What's
I don't
that?
know.
What's that port called? Well, anyhow, it repositions up there. So I don't know if it
Okay.
repositioned yet or if he flew down to Miami and went out of Miami. I'm not sure what he did. He'll have to tell us. Let's see. Sitting on an interior balcony with an adult beverage, listening to acoustic jazz. Yes, please.
Right. That sounds great.
Mm-hmm. Did you get a balcony for that one? Bill?
No, no. The Oasis. I have a first time ever getting an ocean view room. My daughter doesn't like balconies with the kids, her kids. So we got rooms like connecting. Well, they're not. You don't have a connecting door, but the rooms right next to each other. So, but I would have got a balcony for that one, but I wanted to just be near the family.
Did you get a balcony on Utopia or did you do? I didn't get a balcony on Utopia, I don't think. I
I
think I
wanted
did
to know. I think
interior.
probably because of the price, I didn't get a balcony on that one either.
I didn't either. In the park, it's a small amphitheater that's part of the skylight for the promenade.
Bless you.
I muted it just in
I
time.
did
Hopefully you
just
caught
just in time. Good job.
it. So that's part of the skylight for the promenade, and that's where they play. Oh, okay. So they put like a small little amphitheater out there. That's cool. So it is literally out in the park.
Right. I had a little man. I hope they have like a bench or something. I can go down there and sit down and have a drink. The only thing you would need with that is being able to smoke a cigar out there while you listen to it.
I don't think I think
No,
that's
no,
no
I don't think so.
smoking. They ruined that part though. You probably could have
Hey,
when it was still in the inside.
back in the good old days, that's what I used to love. And again, people probably complained about me. Nobody's ever came and said anything to me, but I used to love to go on my balcony, have a drink in the middle of the night, and watch the stars, watch as went along, and smoke a cigar.
So they Norwegian on the breakaway we were on, they had an actual cigar room.
Yes, me
You
and a
could
couple
go
of
in
buddies,
and
we
smoke a cigar.
we had a room down there, and I mean it was a nice sized room and comfortable chairs, and down there you had your drinks. They would have a waiter would come through every now and then and take your drink order. It was perfect. I hope they still have it.
Yeah, they had it on the Norwegian ship I was on. They still had it. So, and that was right before the C word. So, probably still
Good.
have it. We sailed out of Bayonne. That's the name of it. Directly. So it already did reposition up there. It sounds like directly across. Symphony of the Seas is going up there too. Now I heard that's an awesome ship, and I'm really sad we did not get on it when it was down here. So that's supposed to be one of the best Oasis ships is Symphony, but we didn't get on it. It was too expensive when we were looking at it. I think it's like the newest Oasis before Wonder. Wonder? I
Okay.
don't even know. Is Wonder an Oasis? I guess it is. Yeah. So
Harm.
it says Symphony was 2018 that was born, and Wonder was 2022. So Utopia will be the newest in 2024. So sorry, I was looking at the stats. So yeah, if you get Bill a chance to go on Symphony, all I've heard is great things about it.
As it's
So
coming up further up north, maybe I will slide over there and do that.
it is. It's going. I think it's going out of Bayonne. It's a cruise life. Welcome in.
Welcome in.
Next summer, Royal Caribbean is replacing Oasis in Bayonne with Symphony.
Oh
So
wow.
that'll be next
Okay.
summer.
Okay.
Oh, I might have to hurry up and get on it then if it's still down here. I don't know when I'm going to fit it in, Bill. I might have to work some magic with Danny over here or go by myself.
The
They
problem
only
is,
do 7-day. That one's a 7-day symphony.
but I mean, the problem like with you is now your time is limited. So not only whether your partner can do it, but again, how much time do you have off?
Right. Exactly. So I don't know. I don't know if it's out of Fort Lauderdale now or Miami. I got too many cruises out of Miami. I might have to get me a speed rail to get down
All right.
there. I'm sitting right now listening to it. You have to rub it in there, mustard drill. But I wonder though, Mustard Drill, can you hear it in your room? Like if your doors are closed, how loud is that music? Not that it will bother me, but I wonder how loud it is. Like if you could hear it with the doors. Because they say those interior, I don't know, Bill. Oh, you haven't been on a Oasis, but they have a promenade, right? It's kind of like a shopping mall, it looks like when you're in there. But there's interior rooms with windows that face in there, and they have live music playing there at night. So I'm wondering, I don't know if those rooms can hear the music. I don't know.
I would imagine you probably could hear it slightly, but
Because they're
I don't.
interior rooms, but they have windows that face the promenade. But
I
you
don't
get
know.
them for interior price, which is kind of nice.
Yeah. See, I don't think that would bother me again. But again, I'm up late anyway.
You're a night person.
So hearing music at 10 o'clock at night is not going to bother me.
But if you heard people at 7 a.m. in the morning.
Once I go to sleep, I sleep soundly. So no, people don't bother me. The people heading to the elevators and the hallways, they don't bother me.
What I would like to do one time on an Oasis ship, instead of Central Park, I want the boardwalk view where you could see the water show at night from your balcony.
Oh
That
yeah,
show. That would be cool. But those rooms
yeah.
are a lot more expensive than Central Park.
I would imagine.
But that would be cool. You could watch the whole show from your balcony and not have to go down there and fight for a seat. It's not super loud, but I can hear it. Okay, that's cool. Question for Bill: college football, Michigan or Michigan State?
Go Blue, Michigan, of course, of course.
Pretty soon he's gonna have back there all decorated behind him for football, you guys, before it's over with. He'll have cruising and football back there.
I mean, I wouldn't do that. Only team I would do that for would be my Lions. You'll start seeing me in my Lions jersey more.
So I'm wondering if people do kind of like what Cruise Vet did with baseball on here. How he was like streaming on YouTube, like
I saw that, like a baseball watching party.
But for football, I wonder if you could do that.
I don't know. I mean, again, see, I prefer to like just watch it on TV and not have to deal with the chat, because you're not really watching the game. You're kind of watching like a play-by-play on a sports stream, but it's not you're not actually seeing the play. They just tell you what the play was.
And you need to be able to scream at the TV.
In real time. I mean, I know there might be a couple second delay, but yeah, in real time. The
Uncle
Lions lost
Dave,
again.
he said, yes, good man.
Go blue.
Sherry, have you ever sailed celebrity consultation? I've been offered a 12-day on that ship from Tampa. It's funny that you say that because that is the ship we were going to go on Thanksgiving this year. But right before we booked it, we ended up booking the summit out of Miami. But I do want to try the consultation. I haven't been on it, but I've heard a lot of good things about it. 12 days on a small ship. You better be prepared for not a lot to do, but you don't seem like you're like the big let's go party every night person. I think those ships are more like they don't have like the rock climbing and it's more of just like relaxed. You're on it for the food and the casino and relaxing, basically. I don't even know if they have that many good shows on that. They wouldn't have Broadway shows, I don't think, on there, but maybe. I don't know. But no, to answer your question, I have not been on it. I would like to do, I think they do 4 or 5 days out of here too. 12 days. Where's it go for 12 days? That's the better question. I mean, I guess Mustard Drill, you need to think. Do you want it for the ship? Do you want it for the ports? I guess that's what it comes down to, right? Like what ports does it go to? And are you
Yeah, I would assume he's doing it for the ports. Because again, like Tampa, you're gonna have smaller ships usually. So I'm assuming they're probably gonna hit some really nice ports, especially being 12 days. They probably go further south.
That's what I was thinking. It probably goes to like St. Lucia, Barbados, and all
Right.
that. But he's saying the itinerary is really unique for me, so I'm seriously considering. Well, we need to know where it goes. Don't just say it's unique. Where does it
Right.
go? Panama Canal? Does it go to the Southern Caribbean? You have to tell us. But that for 12 days on a smaller ship, to me, it would be about the ports, I would think. That's
Yes.
just me, though. Oh, he said it goes to
South
South
America.
America. See, that would be about the ports to me because I've
Yep.
never been to any of the South American ports. So that it would be worth it for me for 12 days.
That's what I hate about Carnival. The Carnival used to sell out of San Juan, and on a 7 or 8 day cruise, I mean, you would go and hit Barbados, St. Lucia, St. Kitts. I mean, you would hit all those islands, and I thought those were the greatest cruises ever. And then after the pandemic, they stopped. Well, Puerto Rico was having a problem as far as ships going in and out anyway, but they haven't started that cruising back. But hopefully one day they'll start cruising from there. Another cruise line I think does, but I don't cruise that line, so I don't know where they go.
So Royal goes out of San Juan now. They
So
have
they probably have some pretty nice itineraries then going,
right.
Southern
It probably goes
Caribbean.
further south.
Yep.
Yeah. I think it's Explorer of the Seas that goes out of there, or Voyager. Maybe it's Voyager of the Seas. I think it's Voyager. Actually, now I think about it, goes out of there, and I think it does. I think it goes down to like St. Lucia. So
Yeah.
I've been to St. Lucia once on my honeymoon with my ex-husband, and we went to an all-inclusive, and that island is beautiful. I would totally recommend it if you have never been there.
Yeah.
But the way Sandals works, right? Because it was Sandals. If you go to one of their resorts, you could go to all of them. And they had 3 other resorts in St. Lucia. So
Okay.
we had activities and restaurants out of our ears that we could go to any of them. And they had a free shuttle that just goes around from each
Nice.
of their, and they all catered differently. Like there was one that was like, it was a golf club community, like a golf club resort. So it catered to like golfing, right? Another one catered to something else. So, I mean, it was years ago. So now it's probably different, but, so yeah, so they had, you could hop to each of them. So it was worth it for us because we never ran out of anything to do. But my point to that was definitely check out St. Lucia if you've never been because it was beautiful.
I've been there, and
Uh,
it is a beautiful island. Somebody said the other day, I was talking about St. Lucia, I think when me and Scott were on, and they said they didn't like it, and I thought it was
really?
beautiful.
I thought it was beautiful too, but again, we only did the 3 resorts. We didn't go like on the town or anything, but
Yeah, but
but
again,
they
I don't.
did have the one thing I did not like was the all-inclusive was 40 minutes probably from the airport, and it was just winding roads, and they zip around like it's nothing. I literally thought we were going off the side of a mountain. Like, they just like, whoop, whoop,
Right,
whoop, whoop, and they're narrow, very narrow.
right.
So I was dreading going back to the airport. All week long, I just kept saying, "Do we have to get back on that?" um, he said Colombia, Panama, Costa Rica, and Grand Cayman. See, I've never been to any of those, so I'd be all about that.
I don't think I've been to Colombia, but Panama, because I went down. I didn't go through the canal, but I went down to Gatun Locks. So it was like I had a driver who took me down there, and man, it was fascinating. Go up on top of the locks and watch ships go through. It was fascinating.
And what time of year is this mustard drill? I wonder what time. Well, I guess down there it's probably always summer, right? Down the weather's probably.
I'm sure it's always warm. Yep.
Uh-huh. So my parents are doing Panama. They're doing a 10-day on Princess. So they were trying to get me to do that, but then again, that takes up like half of my vacation time for the year, so I'm not doing it. It's Voyager. That's what I thought. It was Voyager that leaves out of San Juan. Hey, Rock the Boat, welcome in. Good to see you. I haven't really seen you this week. But then again, I haven't been on much. I've been crazy busy this week. Oh, so December 9th. So that's coming up.
And see, that would be a nice because it's going to be well. Yeah, well, he's further up north, so again, it's getting cool here, cold here, and going someplace warm like that. I mean, my goodness, that would be a good cruise.
I would do it if I had the time. 12 days. So they're giving you a deal, or did you say it was free? I don't remember what he said. Was it a deal or was it free? So you'd get back probably right before Christmas. And that's the thing I was saying the other day. That first week of December is usually the cheapest week to go on a cruise. Usually every year that's when we're
Yep.
going. But this year we're doing it over Thanksgiving, so it wouldn't work for us. But that's usually the cheapest deal you're going to get is the week. I don't know what it is. It's that week right after Thanksgiving.
Just a little lull between the holidays. Most people are saving money for the holidays, and then you just got off Thanksgiving break and all the other stuff, so you probably took time off for the holidays there. So, yep, I can see how it could be cheaper.
Maybe I'll get it. Maybe I'll get a good deal in the mail that week. TA rate, pretty dirt cheap. Well, I would do it then for 12 days and it's dirt cheap and it's going to those ports. I wouldn't
Right.
even care about the ship. And plus, you've never been on it. So it's a good experience, right?
Yep.
You'll learn about the ship for your business. So I would do it.
See, I never thought about that before. I was always so loyal to Carnival. Um, and I didn't do YouTube at the time. So I did all these cruises without even thinking about like, the ships. I didn't care. I just wanted to be on the ship going on a cruise. But now, I'm so conscious of the ships and the cruise directors and the itineraries. I wish had paid more attention before.
Yeah. But now, Bill, you might be able to get a good deal too. Aren't you a TA now too? Maybe they'll
I
start
am.
sending you some stuff. You might
I
start
am.
getting some deals sent to you besides Carnival deals.
I want to look into it. There's a couple of deals out there, and I don't know. Oh my goodness! I want to say Virgin Voyages has one that if you sold any of their cruises, that they offer you a free cruise so you can get on it and explore the ship. And I think it had the end of August. It was something like that. But again, there are some advantages to being a TA as far as. But again, you should experience all the ships. So um, when you talk to clients, they kind of know what
Right.
you're talking about.
That's what I was talking about. That's why I'm saying he should definitely do it, because then he could like sell the ship. Like he knows what he's talking about.
Yeah, their boarding processes and the food, and I mean, just how they do things.
And Tampa is also pretty easy to go out of. It's it's like 15 minutes tops from the airport. The airport's easy to get through, and then the port is very easy. Like you're in the port within like 5 minutes, 10 minutes tops if there's not a long line. But it's easy. It's a small port, so it's not like Miami or any of those. So I would do it, Mr. Drill. And then I'll be here, so maybe we can meet up for lunch or dinner or something.
That'll be nice.
I guess my issue is OTA. What's OTA? What does that mean? Do you know?
I guess OTA. I don't know. I've heard of it. And I'm trying to place it. OTA.
OTA. On the something. On the my issue. I guess my issue is OTA. I don't know. Hopefully he'll tell us what that means.
They will.
When cruising or just travel in general, does anyone use a VPN? We do.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've ever used it on the cruise, but I definitely use it like because on the cruise, usually I'm just using my cell phone. But if I was using my laptop, I would definitely use it. But when we're at a hotel and I'm logged in, like even if I'm working or something, I would definitely use a VPN, or if I'm getting into my bank account or something like that. But yeah, we
Yeah.
use a VPN.
You have to be careful, in these different ports. Every time you get off the port, oh, free Wi-Fi, free Wi-Fi, free Wi-Fi. Well, who has access to that Wi-Fi? So you have to be very careful with that. Most of them are probably legit, but all it takes is one or
Mhm.
two.
Well, even though it's a free Wi-Fi, you don't know who's using it and who can get into your stuff,
Well, that's what I'm saying. I mean,
right?
it's free, but you don't know anything about it.
Well, I'm not even saying free. You could be at a hotel paying for
Oh,
it. But you don't know who's hacked into it.
yeah. I mean, well, yes, and most of the hotels they offer like free. Usually have like included in the price a free Wi-Fi. And again, you don't know
Mhm.
who's running that system. You don't know who's in the system. You don't know anything about it. And the same thing
Yeah,
within the
I would
port.
definitely suggest using, especially if you're in another country and you're logging into something, I would
Yep.
definitely use a VPN. It's an older ship and I prefer the newer, larger, but for the price I want to do. And that's what I was saying, Mustard Drill. That's one of those things that you need to weigh out. Are you on it about the ship, or are you on it about the ports? Right? And if you're getting a good deal and they're not ports you've ever been to, when are you going to be able to go to those ports for that price?
Exactly.
Hey, Bruce, I'm driving and listening. Well, thanks
Hey,
for
Bruce.
coming in, Bruce. I'm probably doing it. Thanks for your input. Well, then you have to let me know, because we'll have to meet up either on your way out or on your way back in. And that's another thing. I didn't think about this, but this is something else like Mustard Drill and you and all you guys have to think about is travel expenses. See, I don't have an airplane to pay for, right? So I could just easily, if I get a good deal, all right, I'm hopping on. But you
All
guys got to
right.
think of travel expenses and hotel and airplane and all that stuff, right? I mean, sometimes your flight is more than what the cruise is going to cost you.
Well,
Listening and cleaning out the fridge. Thank you, Randacita, for joining us. You look like
thank
you
you.
got to say something. Oh,
No, no, I'm just looking at people coming in.
okay. Mustard Drill. Most of the time, the ships block VPN, but it does work on some ships some of the time. So, also, what we use, and I don't know the name of the darn thing, but we have this little thing, and what is it called? But so like I could pay for the internet package, right? But as long as I carry this little thing, I'm logged into that brick thing, and I don't know the name of it. I have to ask Danny. But I log into that, and that's where my Wi-Fi like station is, right? And so he could log into that. So technically you're paying for one Wi-Fi package, but you're as long as you're both near each other, you can both connect. It's kind of like a hotspot kind of thing. So you both technically get the internet, even though
Right.
one of you paid
I
for
wonder
it.
if you could use a hotspot on the cruise ship.
That's kind of what it is. It's a
Yeah.
hotspot, but I don't know the name of it. And I don't even know if they make it anymore. But who knows? I haven't been on a cruise in a while. They might have caught on and they don't let you do that. They have it blocked or you can't do it anymore.
I wouldn't be surprised. Well,
Yeah, they probably caught on to people doing it.
well, the VPN, they probably block it. He was talking about they block it so you can't get to certain websites, so you can't get, yeah, they kind of want you out and about on their ships, and
Hmm.
don't want you in the room, watching things that you shouldn't be watching. So
Or they want you to pay full price for that internet and not be, if you got two devices, you're paying for two devices. Now, I tried to do a hotspot once for my laptop and my phone, and it wouldn't let me bounce it. So he's probably right. They probably do now
yeah,
block it on most of them. Um, we are almost down to the bottom here. We have anything else to talk about, Bill?
yay! Uh, Not really. I can't wait to start cruising again. I don't go into October, so
I know it seems like it's so far away, doesn't it?
it does.
I haven't even. Have you started booking anything for your? I haven't even booked a darn thing for my. Everybody's like, "What are you doing in this island?" and "What are you doing in that?" And I'm like, I haven't even. I haven't even looked at
No,
excursions. I haven't done anything. I
only
haven't
thing I
booked
know.
any of the restaurants. Nothing.
I think the gang is supposed to be doing a for the booze cruise. They're going to do the haunted house tour like a Saturday before we leave. We leave on Sunday, and then I think everybody said they were going to meet up at Paradise Island down in one of the ports. I don't even know what port it was.
Cozumel. That's in
Cozumel,
Cozumel.
Cozumel. Yeah. But other than that, I don't.
So,
No real plans.
so let me ask you a question about Cozumel. So we have a cruise in November that goes to Cozumel. And my friend was pinging me yesterday about it, about what are we going to do there. And so we started looking at the excursions, but then she found some market or something that she said she's been to before, but it's kind of off the beaten path. Do you think that's safe to go? I mean, I don't really know anything about Cozumel. So I don't, do you think that would you do something that's not cruise line related and go do your own thing there or
Yeah,
like
I have in the past. Get a cab driver. You step out, talk to a cab driver. They'll take you wherever you want to go. Give them a couple of dollars. They'll stay with you in the entire trip. They'll give you a tour of the island. Um, that stay with you, and then they can also communicate for you when you go someplace to a market. I don't. I'm trying to think if I did that in Cozumel. I did that like in Panama and Costa Rica. Um,
she
Cozumel, it
said
seems like
it's some market that has like tons of like good food and shopping and stuff. So I don't know. I have to really look at it. She sent me the link, but I didn't know anything about Cozumel, like if it's safe not to do any because some of these islands you got to be careful, like if you're not
yeah,
going through the cruise line. So I didn't
I,
know.
I haven't heard really any problems in Cozumel. In
And
the tours.
Cruise Nut sent me a link too to check out of a private tour. So I'm gonna check that out because he goes down to Cozumel all the time. So I'm gonna check that out too. Um, let's see. Muster drill. Most of the time the ship blocks. Okay, we did that one. And then Uncle Dave, I'd like to meet up with the Booze Cruise crew in New Orleans at some point before y'all go. Ooh, that would be interesting, Warmstrong.
Just check out the Facebook page. It tells everybody's giving all their information where they're staying at, where we're going to meet up for dinner before, or the haunted cemetery tour. So just check out and I don't have the Facebook page, Uncle Dave. I'll look it up for you. I'll get it for you. But it's October 29th, Glory Booze Cruise. and keep track of us. Come on down, meet up with us.
Because I think when you come back, are you flying out like that day? Or are you staying in New Orleans? Or what are you doing,
I'm
Bill?
probably flying out that day.
So probably be bet you're probably going to catch more people than Uncle Dave as they're coming in to go on the cruise than
Yeah, I
when
would
they
think
get
so.
up. That's probably how that's going to work. And that's my like. If I don't do the booze cruise next year in 20, looking at what year it is, that's how out of it I am today. In 2024, I'll probably just meet up with everyone when they get to town and do dinner or something if I don't
Yeah,
go. Because I'm right here. The good thing about that cruise is there's a lot of ports there that I have not done. It's going to like Key West, which I haven't been to since college. So, my impression of Key West now versus college is probably totally different. It's going to Mahogany Bay, I think, and I've never been there. And then I
I
forgot
think
the
I think
third, Cayman
I think it's going to
Islands.
Montego Bay,
Oh,
Jamaica.
Montego. Well, I've never
Mahogany
been
Bay
there
is going to be
either.
Roatan. Uh-huh.
Okay, so I've never been there. And then I think it goes to Grand Cayman, and I've never been there. So that's the good thing about, even though that ship's not so great, the ports are really good. So that's still to be determined. The
I
mustard
think you
drill.
enjoy the trip.
You think? I've
I
never, hold
do.
on, I gotta sneeze again. And it went away.
Uh-huh.
Um, the thing is that there's not many balconies on that cruise ship.
No.
And
I mean, if you're looking for balconies,
well, there's
get
not
them
many
early.
balconies. And the problem is because there's not many balconies, the balconies are like crazy expensive
Oh wow.
because there's probably like 20 rooms with balconies on them. It's not, sorry, you guys, I'm trying to turn this light on. So I don't know. We'll have to see. I mean, even if I would have to do an inside because the balconies are just crazy expensive on that ship. But I mean, what else is there to do on that ship? Do you know?
I mean, it's going to be just the standard. They're going to have a comedy club and some shows, um, music playing. A couple of different places, a piano bar. Nothing fancy. No rock climbing walls and no um, water boards or the surfing simulators, flow rider,
Mhm. You're not gonna have
whatever it
any
is.
of that.
So none of that. But again, for me, it's like people having fun. It's usually a nice crowd from times that I've been on it. So I think you'll enjoy yourself.
Are you
But
going
again,
on it, Bill?
I can, I don't know. The problem I have is I have so many different cruises coming up,
Especially
and
right then, because you have
y-
Utopia, then you have
yeah,
your other cruise right after
September,
that.
well, September 19th, I'm going on like a 10-day cruise, over in Greece. So it's the timing just is not the best for me right now. But I like to go down there just to meet the people again, more than meet the people.
Mustard Drill, are you on that cruise next October for Booze Cruise? Are you on that? If you're still in here, I don't know if you're still in here. Captain Billy J is coming here. Are you on
Hey,
that
Captain.
next year, Captain? The Booze Cruise? You're probably on the other one. There's what's the other one? Cruise World? Is that his name? Cruise World? They're doing a group cruise in October next year, so you
Are they?
might be on that one. Scott Smith, welcome in.
Welcome in.
Yes, I am cruising with the captain on the Nun. And I'm so far behind Captain in that that Marco Polo group today. I have not that thing was blowing up. I have not even listened to one of them today. Scott Smith, hello again, Captain. The muster drill. Oh, so he is on the booze cruise
Next year.
next
Okay.
year. Mm-hmm.
So that would be fun. Just to, as I said, just to meet the people.
So, Captain, do you think you're going to go on the booze cruise next year, even though you're not in any for 2024? And I'm talking about Eddie's group cruise, not what's that one other one? I think it's Cruise World is the name of the channel that's doing. And now there's another group cruise in 2025. There's that Coop group cruise from the ship show's doing. So there's a lot of group cruises, Bill, coming up. It's like hard to pick which ones to go on. There's just so
Well, and
many.
and that's the problem. I mean, you pick one, and then somebody else comes out with one, and there are a ton of them.
Cats, like you got to really think about your, do you want the ship, but then you want the people, right? So then you're
Right.
like, okay, and do I want these ports? But then you hear this person's going on this group cruise, and it's a mess trying to figure it out. There needs to be like a mass spreadsheet or calendar that shows what group cruises and who owns it and where when it is. There needs to be like a big thing. He's saying I'm announcing a cruise I booked in 2024 on my live show tomorrow afternoon, to be determined.
Nice.
Is it the Utopia?
Ooh.
Are you on the Utopia with us, Captain Billy J? You have to let us know. It's not the Coop, because the Coop is 2025. So I'm going to dissect this. The Coop is 2025. So it's not that, but it could be Utopia. You never know. I don't know what other group cruises are next year. There's so many, I can't even think of them off the top of my head. Can you, Bill?
I cannot. I gave up trying to remember all the group cruises and who's throwing what and who's. I barely remember the ones that I'm on, so I gave up
I
on
mean,
that.
I know there's a few in 2025. There's the Alaska one. There's MSC, which is not really a group cruise. The MSC World
World America.
America. And then there was another one for 2025 somebody was talking about. I don't remember. There's so much, you guys. I can't keep up. See, Bill, you're a TA. You should be planning these things.
You know what? I mean, and one day maybe I will. Uh, it's a lot of work being a TA, being a good TA.
Oh, yeah.
A
Look at
certain-
Sharon at sea. She's nonstop busy, but she stays on top of her stuff. I mean, she's nonstop. Look at Bill. I look at Bruce.
Bruce he's good.
Mustard Drill. I have a reservation to see Cat, so I'm headed to the theater. See you later. Well, thanks for stopping in, Mustard Drill. Have a good
Bye,
night.
Scott.
I didn't know Cats was on Oasis. It may not be a group cruise. Ooh. You know what, Bill? You know what he's doing? He's on the non, but guess what else he's doing, Bill?
What's that?
He's doing it back to back. He has the non the first week he's on before all of us. So he's doing a back to back.
Oh,
He's on
nice.
there for 2 weeks. So he's going to come in and tell us all how it is, right? Because he has it the week before. So
Okay.
his countdown is different than ours. So he's bragging about it in the Marco Polo group. Hey, Will G, welcome in.
Will G's in the house.
Hi, Sherry, Bill, in chat. Hey, Carmelyn, for the win. Thank you for coming in.
Carmen.
I noticed the Cruise World is doing a back-to-back on World America with us. Oh,
Nice.
there you go. And when is that again, Bill? Isn't it March of
I want to
2025?
say April of 25. April 19th, April, somewhere around there.
I think as it gets closer, maybe we'll go, but I don't want to make that commitment now. I think that's too far out for me. I'm still on 2024.
April 12th.
14 days back to back on the Carnival celebration. It will be glorious. I'll welcome everyone on the non since I'll be the first one on board.
Good for him.
So, Captain, where are you staying down there when you fly down there? I need to find a hotel. So tell me, I just want to know a good rate. So I was going to check wherever you're staying and see what the rate is, even though you'll be there the week before me. Hey, Will G, April 12th, he's saying. So that could be a possibility for me, April. Maybe. So Scott's saying hi to everybody. So, Bill, did you get your costume yet for this cruise for October?
No, not yet. I don't know what I want.
It's hard. We went to the Halloween store and kind of looked at the costumes, and I'm like, I don't know. It's so like there's just so many choices, but ours there's a theme. It's the a superhero.
Right.
So I don't know. We went and looked, and now we've got to make a decision. And I think I'm gonna get on Amazon because they're expensive at the Spirit Halloween store. They're crazy expensive. I mean, you're looking at least $45 to start, all the way up to like 70 for costumes.
Yep.
They ain't cheap unless you're gonna make your own. We're flying down to Fort Lauderdale, staying at the Hard Rock. Ooh, that's nice. He gets a tower suite and everything for free.
Must be
Man,
nice.
I know. And he stayed at the Tampa one too when they were here for the other cruise last time. He did a video on his room. It was nice. Hey Dingles, welcome in. So, oh, Carmen Lynn will be boarding the Celebration on August 27th. So she's going to be on it before all of us. Well, I'm
Sweet.
jealous. That's coming up. That's in like 10 days, 9 days. That's around the corner.
Celebration is my favorite ship.
Yeah, you're going to have all that yummy food. I'm so jealous. So, Bill, when you went to you've been to San Juan, haven't you?
Yes.
Okay. So our ship goes to San Juan. What do you do there? Like we did the rainforest last time, but I don't want to do that this time. So do you know something good to do there?
Nothing special. I went, they have a fort there that I went to. But I walked through the neighborhood just around the port area, but went into the neighborhood and did the different shops and went and grabbed some food. Don't ask me what name of the
And
restaurant or
that's
anything
kind of
like
what
that.
I want to do. I want to go try an actual restaurant there. I want to get some mofongo and
Yeah.
have some
And
good like food there.
that's really all. That's all I did.
And then Amber Cove. So do you suggest, because I haven't been there in years, do you suggest just hanging out at the port there, or do you do an excursion? Like what do you do in Amber Cove?
Amber Cove is a little different. There's nothing really around. They have a real nice port area. They have zip lining and huts over the water. I mean, you pay for it, of course, and a
Mhm.
lot of things. It's all right there. No beach, but a large swimming pool, a swim up bar, music. Uh, um, uh, you walk up top to get a view with a bar at the top of this hill, and to get a view of the water and the ship. I go down there. I used to go down there a lot, down to Puerto Plata. So I caught
Uh-huh.
a cab from Amber Cove to Puerto Plata and hung out in Puerto Plata. But that was just hanging out in the town with some of the locals, some of the people that I knew down that way. But
Because they're
unless you want to do an excursion, there's not a whole lot that's just to do around the. There's actually nothing around the port.
so
You
they're doing a group excursion to an all-inclusive, but I don't think I'm gonna. At first, I was gonna do it, but then I started to hear things about like I heard it wasn't that good, and I don't know. I'd rather just if the Amber Cove is good, then I'd rather just stay there. It's free, right? Well, not free, but you know what
yeah.
I mean.
I, I
Um,
I enjoy Amber Cove. I mean, I enjoy the atmosphere. I enjoy the things
okay,
to do
so
there.
it sounds like Captain Billy is not going on the excursion and he's hanging out at the pool and port area. Then that's probably what we're going to
Yeah,
end up doing.
that's what I would do down there. I hang out and just stay around the port. There's, as I said, it's huge. It's not congested or anything like that.
Because it also goes to St. Thomas, but St. Thomas, we usually just go over to Megan's Bay and do the beach. So we'll probably do the beach there. So we wouldn't
Okay.
need to really do the beach in Amber Cove. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So yeah, maybe we will just hang out. So do you rent the cabana, Billy J, or you just how does that work? He's saying they're just going to gather in a cabana at the pool. So I'm wondering how that. I
They probably
enjoyed. That's what we did the last time we were there. Was the falls? Is that the thing you go sliding down? I think that's what we did the last time we went sliding down the falls. So what were you starting to say about this, Bill? Sorry.
Oh, I said probably about the cabanas. I probably, they all pitched in on a cabana, and it, makes it cheaper. Or if you know somebody who's running one, it'd be nice to
Yeah, I said
get
someone
in
in
there.
their group is renting a cabana. Okay.
Oh yeah, see,
And I think they have like a swim up bar there, right? Don't they have a swim
yeah,
up
they do.
bar at the? Yeah, we'll probably just hang out there then. I don't see, and the all inclusive. The other problem is, I think it's like $99 a person, but that includes your drinks. But Danny doesn't; he can't drink, so it's kind of a waste. And you have to pay. You
Right.
have to pay it anyway. So I'd rather do this where I can just buy my drinks as I go and hang out at the pool and relax. And is there shops and stuff there too, Bill, or is it
Yeah,
just?
they have shops and restaurants, and I mean, just all whatever you want in the port, it's there. The zip lining is fun. Wasn't too expensive the last time I remember. I mean, let's maybe $30. It wasn't bad. I don't know what it is now. This is going back probably end of 21, 2022, beginning of 2022, maybe. Um,
I
I
wouldn't do the
didn't get
zip
bored.
lining. I would freak out. But they have zip lining at Coco Cay too. They do have zip lining.
Okay.
So, well, anyhow, well, thank everybody for coming in. Sorry we had to keep changing the time. We just had to get caught up on some things. But thank you everybody for coming in on your Friday night. I am live tomorrow morning at 9:30 to talk Disney. So if you want to come talk Disney, I will see you at 9:30 tomorrow morning. Bill, when's your next live?
Next live is going to be Wednesday, 7 p.m. Eastern time. Me and Scott are going to do our cruise talk. We don't know what the topic is yet. And then next Thursday at 5 p.m. Eastern time, I'm going to be talking pros and cons of solo cruising. So that'll be it for me.
And your microphone held out this whole time, Bill.
Can you
So I
believe
think
it? It's just that one day. I don't know what happened. Of course, just when I had to go live, it had started acting up on me.
Well, thank you, Bill, for joining me today. That was greatly appreciated for
Thanks for
hopping
having
on
me.
here. And everybody, we will see you tomorrow. Bye.
Bye
Thanks for
bye.
coming.
See you later.